guys, welcome. I'm Tracy. This is my channel, Tracy from the Mermaid Cove. Yeah, Mermaid Cove. How are you guys doing? I am heading to work. It is beautiful, 64 degrees, bright day. I lost the lens from my sunglasses, and what's so funny is it's the lens where the cataract is. And I ordered some from Amazon. They're cheap, but I put them somewhere, so I'm not sure. But anyway, I made a note to myself to look when I get home, right? They got to be somewhere, y'all. Are you crooked? I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, you're crooked. So I've been using Surrey to put notes, right? Because you're driving and you think of something, you can't make a note. All right, hold on. There's a wild card behind me. Good Lord. Crazy. So I just am training myself to check my notes, so I can just push the button and say, "Hey Siri, I had a real cool Australian guy, but I got some snarky woman right now. But hey Siri, can you change yourself to an Australian man voice?" So Hugh Jackman, wouldn't that be something? Oh my God. Anyway, I had my staff day yesterday, and it was interesting. It was good. It's one of the best ones we've had in a long time. And but all the socializing, and I've seen people that I started working with in 1994. It was wild. It was and you know what? I could not remember people's names like I normally would. Is this going to bother you guys? Or is it just bothering me? Huh? No. Here we go. Y'all, forgive me. I'm crooked. It's not you, it's me. It's shocking, like, what names I can't remember. And I always feel like introducing people, like, to me it's so rude to be standing there with my friend Robin and then she doesn't know who these people are, and it's not that she cares, trust me. I have to stop messing with it. And then you know what, there's just so much energy, and in my job, I'm usually an hour on, hour off, sometimes 2 hours with the public, and then you're in the back and it's quiet, and we don't have a big, huge staff. So so you can find places to sort of recharge. Here we go. Yeah. And sorry about that. So we can find a place to recharge. So that's a lot. And then I had coffee in the afternoon because I needed to stay awake, and oh my God, I was in and out of sleep last night. But I've when that happens now, you guys, I don't worry about it. Like before I would worry, and now I know I'm going to have a tired day. Make sure I drink tons of water, and try to get to bed early the next night. So yeah. But I was thinking I wanted to share this with y'all. So I had drugs to pick up, my regular prescriptions Sunday at CVS, and I called them and can I come by the end of Tuesday? And it's the pharmacist, because I know his voice, I don't know his name. And he said, sure, that's fine. So I pull up this morning, nobody ahead of me. I'm like, thank you. Yay, I'm so grateful. There's no line. This poor woman didn't even say hello, good morning. She goes, date of birth. And they're not standing and looking at you now. They're kind of off to a corner, so you don't see anything. And I thought, really? You're not going to greet your customer? I mean, I give customer service. I give excellent customer service. Most days, most moments, I go above and aboard, and it's weird, right? Like, you can't even say hello. Okay. She goes, you have one? I said, no, I should have a few more that got sent back. Okay. I said, well, when you talk to a staff member here and they tell you something, you are not to believe them now. Is that what you just said? So she goes, we'll get them filled by this afternoon. Well, you know what? All that works on them. I don't know. But note to self, make sure the minute they're ready, go get them. But sometimes I know I'm going to get, anyway. So I thought, it feels like it's going on too much, like things are just too hard. And I thought, I need to reboot spiritually. Like I think I need to have some sort of spiritual practice in the morning. Like Sonia Coquette, who I really like a lot, y'all. I have her book called Trust Your Vibes. I got it from the library. And I thought, you know what, even getting up and having a half hour of reading her, I usually jot down notes, just words. I collect words and thoughts. So I thought, that's what came to me. And I thought, okay, thank you. And, but I think also, and I know, talk what you want, not what you have. Don't talk about your problems. Talk as if it's solved, right? And I do think there's power to that. And I think, this is not easy. I'm going to say this. It's not. And I'm going to take, I'm going to call my insurance. I think Friday is when I feel like I can cope with it. So I am going to call them and see what I can do to get real Adderall. And I want to see if my doctor called. Honestly, or send something in. So I think I'm going to do that. And then again, I think, like I said, Care First is trying to get me a team. And that's fine. I don't know if there's nefarious reasons or they just don't want me to end up having more medicine. So, but I think if I can have these prescriptions mailed, I would rather do that. So I'm going to check into that. I know, my sister-in-law just got her generic Adderall mailed to her. 90 days. So the only thing is I have to talk to them. Certain manufacturers are not okay. I don't know if it cannot just be me. It can't. So I don't know how that works. But I won't know unless I call, right? So I'm supposed to have acupuncture on Friday. My mom's birthday is Saturday. And I feel like, I want to make chicken and dumplings and my whole day really. And the person who normally I get this massage from isn't going to be there. So I thought, you know what, you can skip it and reschedule for Monday. And then have that day and do some stuff like that. And, yeah. So I'm trying to do that. I've been eating my chia pudding. Now this time I use a macadamia cashew milk, which is unsweetened, and I forgot that. And then I added mushed up banana. Did I talk about this, y'all? I'm sorry. I don't know if I've talked to Beverly or you or someone at work, but, and I added almond extract. It's not that bad without added sugar. I mean, I would have added honey or something, but I'm gonna eat it as it is. Honestly, I feel like it's medicine. So I'm having a cup in the morning and I'm having a half a cup at work for if I feel hungry. It's kind of, because it really does fill you up, y'all. So I'm gonna look up some recipes today and try different things, but and I'm staying away from cow's milk in it. I can't be starting my day with a bunch of cow's milk. But yeah, so I am just trying to regroup. And, I'm so thankful for my art. I really am. And I'm trying to, when it's a work day, set some limits on it. So, my goal is to do 20 minutes of house caring, 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night. That just seems reasonable to me. And, stuff adds up, just like me letting go of 27 things, was it 25 things, adds up, right? And I have a bunch of stuff to pack up, and that in my studio I've just been throwing everything in a box, so I don't even have to handle it again. But yeah, but I am going to act my way into feeling the way I want to feel. Because really I was thinking, what if you never got a drug that did not work better than this one? What do you do, right? What am I going to do? Right? How do I, and I think the hard part is, so I cannot spell when this happens. I can't, my dyslexia is crazy. Okay, nobody's dying, right? So it's really truly maybe, and this is the point, to examine how I treat myself and how I feel about myself in this moment. And maybe this just keeps coming up until I really, it's not that I don't want to, it's just that whatever the deep darkness is within me, it tries to pull it back down. So I'm literally making notes to myself, a notebook that I'm going to refer to. Like, this is who you are. This is how you want to experience life. Because there's a thing too, like with art, you don't wait for inspiration to do art or create. You go and sit down and start creating, and that's where you find the inspiration. And it's so true. It's so true. So I am so thankful, and I'm getting back into my gratitude, like not just at night, I'm going to write them down at night, but all day I want to stop and like, what am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? So, and I'm very grateful that I am loving art again. So I have these big pieces of paper. I can't remember if I showed you all. I don't, anyway, I might have filmed it and not put it up. But big pieces of really lovely paper. They're like posters. Cavallini is one of the brands. But anyway, so they're too big to dip. So I've been painting them with espresso on the back and the front, like where I want it, and then letting them dry, and then ironing them, and then cutting them in half. I mean, I've had these things. They're too precious to use. Cutting them in half, and then cutting it again, and enough so I can do a signature, but also having it in my papers so I'll use them. And one of the women during my art class said she does a lot of stuff at estate sales to find old photos, old letters, that kind of thing. And I really am obsessed with little photos is what I want right now. Black and whites. Oh my God. Everyone send me your old ones you don't want. You don't know who they are, so your family doesn't have to throw them out. But and she said when you go to estate sales, there's so many nice things people didn't use. So many amazing art supplies people had never opened. Beautiful sweaters they never took the tag off because you're saving it for, I don't know. And one of the things my channel has, most days, if I'm not working, I'm not really doing anything, but now I get up, I shower, I try to do something with my hair. I mean, it's been a challenge this last couple of weeks, but for myself, for my muse, right? And I think about my muse and whatever that means, and I'm like, okay, how can I make my muse happy? Like, what does I'm trying to have that connection. It's a very important part of myself that I've ignored for a long time. So that's what's happening. I just thought I'd pop in. We had a Panera lunch yesterday. It was good. My friend got a Mediterranean sandwich. Oh my God, she was moaning it was so good. So I got to Google that and see exactly what's in it. And then I had the turkey sandwich, was really good. The only thing, they didn't really have fruit around. Usually they have bowls of like apples, oranges, bananas, but they didn't have that. But the cookie, but I know that from now on there are no exceptions. Like, I cannot have a cookie and coffee and no protein. Oh my God. But then I went by my brother's because my sister-in-law is giving me 7 of her pills. So I'll let you know how that goes. But he was making dinner, and my brother's a really good normal cook, right? He's very inventive. And so he's like, hey, stay for dinner. So I did, because it was raining and traffic was bad. So that was nice. He made this like chicken meatloaf kind of thing. Mashed potatoes from Trader Joe's, those frozen ones, y'all know, gravy and broccoli, and there's a little can of biscuits called organic biscuits from Trader Joe's. My sister-in-law is crazy for them. So I'm not necessarily a biscuit person, but it was good. And I have enough leftovers. So yeah, so that was nice. It was a very nice experience. I think I need to spend a little more time with my brother. But yeah, I told him he's a photographer, and I said, come in my garage and look around if you dare and see some of the books. And so I got to move stuff around. And Gina, I did not look for my coffee pot. I had tea, but I have coffee at work. I have a decaf coffee, and I have my oat creamer here. So I will be, what time is it? I will be making myself a lovely coffee, and I have a thing that keeps it hot. So I'll be having some coffee. But the tea, I'm using it, the bags, and I am obsessed with coffee tea staining, y'all. Whatever my muse is in love with this thing. It's a production. But I redid all the papers and let some go and cut interesting spots out. There's my mailman. He's so nice. My mailman at work. Yeah, so it was so much fun connecting with people. Some people weren't there. So I'm going to shoot them a couple emails and tell them I missed them. But it was interesting. I had a volunteer once. I used to do the volunteers like on and off. You guys. Wow. Okay. And her name was Carol, and she took pictures of everyone her whole life, and names and dates and where. And I thought, she's Mormon trait, I think, but I thought, how clever, right? And I kind of do it, and then I kind of don't do it. That's how my brain is. But I just thought, what a neat thing to do. So, for what that's worth. But yeah, so you guys take care. I'm gonna have a lovely day. I'm gonna make it a lovely day. I'm gonna choose a good day, and surrounded by books, some favorite people. What more does a girl need?